Hi, Fastener here from Now Spinning Magazine with another album review, and this time it's Carpe Diem, the new album by Saxon. This is fantastic. It really is. It's a heavy metal album. It's a pure, traditional heavy metal album. One of the things is that with this channel, you know, I love a wide range of music. But I remember listening to Desert Island Discs many years ago, and Lemmy was on, and I was expecting him to play, I don't know, rock music, I guess, and he played all this kind of rock and roll stuff, and I was quite surprised. And I remember him saying, you can't escape the music you heard in your early teens. It kind of forms you, the basis, the core of who you are. And you know, I've been listening to lots of folk and jazz this week, actually, and lots of different stuff. But hearing this, I just couldn't stop smiling. It reminded me of how much I like heavy metal music. I remember when I first got into rock music, and this is very different to anyone young watching this channel, because you look at your parents now, and they're probably listening to Meshuggah or Opeth, aren't they? But when I was growing up, I didn't know anyone over the age of 25 who listened to rock music. And I remember I went to a rock disco in Birmingham, and there was a guy there in his 30s, and people pointed him out to saying, there's a guy over there in his 30s, you know. And we were amazed that he liked rock music, because all of us in that period were convinced that one day we'd wake up and like Mantovani and James Last, like our parents, that something would happen to us and we wouldn't like this anymore. Well, it's not true, because here I am in my 60s playing this album at 11 in the car at home, and it just sounds fantastic. I mean, fair play to Biff Byford. What a guy. He's had heart problems, he's had major operation, he's done an album with his son, he's done an album of covers, he's done a solo album, and now he's produced this. This is just fantastic. You know, the songs, there's lots of songs like Age of Steam, The Pilgrimage, Dambusters, Remember the Fallen. These are like songs about periods of history, but if you think about it, heavy metal music is epic, and so the subject matter can't be about meeting a girl after work sometimes, you know, it has to be huge. And so at the Age of Steam, you know, Dambusters, these are the kind of songs and stories that fit the music. But this starts like you would expect. A lot of rock bands do start. It starts with ethereal kind of keyboard things and things kind of coming in from different sides, and then the riff comes in, and then Biff does one of those, you know, screams, and everyone just piles in after him, and you just think, wow. I mean, this is a guy in his 70s. His voice is just pristine, seriously. But it's tracks like The Age of Steam, the riffage on Age of Steam is just fantastic. And yeah, I can almost, with all the music I've heard, I can almost guess where it might be going. But you know what? I just do not care, because I want it to do that. You know, I just wanted to do that. The staccato riffs and the drums, the bass, the separation of the instruments. This is great stuff. I said last year that KK Priest's album was probably Metal Album of the Year. This is a contender already, although we're still in February. And lyrically, it's far more advanced than, you know, the KK Priest album. That's all I can say. And it's just, you know, just fantastic. The playing on it is brilliant. And as I say, Age of Steam is a great track. And how do you follow that? Because there's light and shade on this album, but without being a ballad. It's all full on metal, but there's the light and shade within the way that things played. How can I explain it? For instance, The Pilgrimage, it has a kind of vibe to Susie Hold On from Wheels of Steel. Although it's a bit more aggressive than that, but the music flows like that, you know, kind of faster, slower, faster, fast, slow, but all full-on rock music. And yes, you can imagine what's the last track on side 2 if you bought the vinyl, or last track, what's that going to be like? It's just what you'd expect a Saxon track, how it would end an album. Full-on, full speed. killer, just absolute killer. But honestly, all the tracks like Lady in Grey, which is kind of got a supernatural edge, has got you know, some great riffs. The playing is fantastic, and it's their best album for years. They're back on form, and you'll see that across other YouTube channels and online magazines. They're definitely back on form, and I think it's amazing, you know, that a band of this vintage can get this fired up and produce something of this quality with such enthusiasm. It's the kind of music that just makes you smile. You know, inside, I'm 16 when I put this on, and that is the power of rock music. And the guys that play this stuff probably feel exactly the same way. So give that a listen. And if you're into rock music, you know, you might, whatever your perceptions are, you're going to love this. Seriously, this is it's at the metal end of music appreciation, but my God, is it sitting at the top of that mountain. So go for it and see, and tell me what you think in the comments. We'd like to know, if you've already bought this, what you think of it. So thank you for watching, and please, if you've not found me before or now spinning, please subscribe, ring that little bell thing, and find out more about us on the website and the social media channels. And I shall look forward to seeing you on the next video.